Hello friends, the article which we are analyzing today is published on Hindu July 1st. The title of the article is Reviving SAARC to Deal with the China. So, you know that for South Asian country there is a grouping called SAARC, and as compared to ASEAN, the SAARC is not that much grown. So there are various reasons for poor performance of SAARC. First of all, we'll analyze what are the hindrances for making SAARC successful in the South Asian region. So one factor which is dominant is the role of China. As we see that China is very acting very proactively in India's neighborhood, particularly in SAARC countries. You can see the Pakistan-China relationship is well known and how it is directed against India. Similarly, a recent phenomena which we have observed that Nepal is also tilting towards China, and Bangladesh also. China has recently offered a tax exemption for 90% of Bangladeshi product. Similarly, in Sri Lanka, we see that China has made a huge investment, particularly in port also. So this way we can see that all the SAARC countries, China is heavily invested, and somehow China is undermining the role of India by working against Indian interest through collaborating through their financial muscle power. This way China is affecting the growth or the functioning of SAARC. And in that context, the another major country of the SAARC is Pakistan, and you know that India Pakistan relationship is politically how it is bad, and this has an implication for the smooth functioning of SAARC. Because of that, meetings are not being held. To counter this poor functioning of SAARC, India tried in another direction, particularly another grouping like BIMSTEC, but it is mostly for the Bay of Bengal region. It is not uh, to the South Asian region. So the charter of BIMSTEC cannot be uh, substituted what we require through SAARC. So this is the thing we are seeing, and within this intra-SAARC trade, that also we see that intra-SAARC trade, intra-South Asian trade is just 5% of total South Asian trade. So within South Asia, there is a very little trade going on. That is the reason it is economically least integrated. So these are the shortcomings which we are seeing in the SAARC, functioning of SAARC. That is the reason SAARC is not able to work as the SAARC has as per its potential. In that context, author suggests role of India, because India is the largest country in the grouping of SAARC, and India somehow is the central to the SAARC grouping, because India is a driving country not only for the region but in Asia also. So in that context, particularly related to focus on SAARC, what author complain is that India is having little bit lack of political will and trust. That is very much visible when we talk in terms of Pakistan. So the poor performance of India, as per the author, is somehow due to lack of political will and due to trust deficit. And the ideological region and political rhetorics are also somehow undermining the SAARC. Particularly if we see the relationship with Pakistan, bilateral relationship with Pakistan, somehow undermining this multilateral forum which is SAARC. That difference is due to political or ideological reason, and because of China's backing of terrorism in India, there is a so much happening between India and Pakistan, which is somehow affecting the well functioning of SAARC. And because of that reason, there are many tariff or non-tariff barriers also. And this is the reason that we are not able to achieve this investment treaty between intra-SAARC countries. Like what ASEAN we see that intra-ASEAN investment constitute around 19% of total investment in the region. Similarly, the SAARC region can likewise benefit from higher intra-SAARC investment flow. So that investment flow will happen when this tariff or non-tariff barrier will be removed. Similarly, this ideological reasoning or political rhetoric related to Pakistan or related to Bangladeshi migrant, somehow these things are not helping SAARC to grow. So author asked India to look after these region and take corrective action so that the moral legitimacy of India as a central country to the SAARC grouping will get enhanced. So that is the author is suggesting for improving or reviving SAARC, and in that revival, what are the role India should play. I think this helps. This may help you to improve your understanding. Thank you.